Hey guys, just a quick one. This is a 2013 Hilux, and yeah, it does look very clean, doesn't it? Look, it wasn't that clean. We just gave it a clean up because we're going to be doing the injector replacement job, cleaning some intake stuff, whether it's the EGR and probably the 150k service. So it's how many k's it's done, timing belt and water pump, etc. Most likely. It was pretty filthy, so we gave it a clean up, obviously to prevent contamination to the new injectors on the injector job, and because we do prefer to work on cleaner cars. But what I wanted to say was, looking at the diagnostic on the injectors, it looks very good. Couldn't really pick anything out. Didn't look too hard, but there wasn't anything obvious, if you know what I mean. You could sit there and analyse it and kind of maybe, but he's complaining that it's a bit noisy, and I thought, oh yeah, you know, you get that. And just took it for a drive after we washed the engine down cold and blew it dry. Took it for a drive to get some heat into it to finish drying it up overnight so it's ready for tomorrow. And yeah, it is quite noisy. The noises we're talking about, so this is the hard one for you guys. You're not probably too sure about what's normal and what's not. There's some normal noise, there's some not normal noises, and look, it varies from vehicle to vehicle. They're not all silent. Some come up really quiet. Some you do the job and it's still got a bit of noise, but it's the right noise. So I'll still call it normal noises. If a lot of them do it, I'd say it's fairly normal. This has got like even once it's warmed up under load, it's like a pinging, kind of a rattle. It's more of a pinging noise, if you know what I mean, like what you get from a petrol engine on a low octane fuel or something, or problem with spark plugs or leads, or more of a fuel thing, you know. But ignition, you know, pre-combustion, wrong combustion, it's got some, this one's got some pinging noises anyway, is how I'd describe it, that most people will hopefully understand what I mean, which is a bit different. Some of them do that when injectors aren't working right. You know, a little thing I'll add to that is injectors fix noises generally. So I'm just looking at this antenna, that's not too good either, but anyway, no, that was like that. Look, I didn't do this wiring either, by the way, all these wires and stuff everywhere. Mate, nothing, I haven't worked on this car before. Just came for the specialist work, injector replacement, and obviously we're going to do a few other things while it's here that we don't normally do. We don't service Hiluxes, but as soon as it's here, he's a bit of a regular customer. I've done injectors for him before on other vehicles. Can't really say no to that, but generally we don't service Hiluxes anymore unless you're on the VIP list. So if you're not sure if that's you, give us a call. So look, with replacing the injectors, that solves your problems. Whenever there's a noisy 1kd, and I'm only talking about 1kds because that's all we work on, we specialise in those. I keep saying that, but for some people it's the first time they've watched one of my videos. We can't include all the information. That's also why I keep saying, please go and watch all our other videos, subscribe, and make sure you're not missing out on the important information regarding these engines and these vehicles. Replacing the injectors solves your problems with noises. Any noise you've got after a brand new fresh set of injectors with the job done right, with new fuel pipes, manufacturer's torque specs and everything clean, done right. If you've got any noise left after that, then that's normal noise. Now, 99 times out of 100, they're going to be quiet, or it's going to solve the abnormal noises, replacing the injectors. One of the big times that we've noticed that it doesn't fix it is when there's been remanufactured injectors used. Our belief is that they're not fully rebuilt, it's just the nozzles. We could be wrong, so if somebody wants to let us know about that, we'll let you know if that's wrong, but that's our understanding, that the nozzles get changed and they get recoated. So you've basically got old injector bodies, old command pistons, and that's of course why it doesn't fix the noise, because you've just ended up with someone else's old injectors that have been half redone, if you know what I mean. And look, that's why people buy injectors off us. So look, you know the deal. If you need injectors, whether you're gonna, I'm not trying to convince you to do this yourself. It's, if you're planning to do it yourself, we can back you up with that, with the information and videos we've got in the VIP group. And obviously I know a little bit about these, that's what we do. So once again, I hope that's been helpful. Just trying to let you know that it's not all about diagnostics. We mentioned that recently, especially on the 150s of the later Hiluxes, 09, late 09 onwards. The diagnostics can look quite good, as this one does, but the engine doesn't sound good. Funnily enough, it's only done 150,000 Ks. It's 6 years old, it's a 2013, so it's a little bit premature. So this is a bit of an odd one that's, you know, it's got an issue there. The nozzle needles are probably worn a bit or something, a little bit early. a bit earlier than normal, you know. So, but we'll have a look at it. If we find anything out of the usual, we'll let you know. This one also happens to have a catch can on it, so there you go. Anyway, hope that's helped. Alright guys, have a nice day. See ya.